So yesterday I saw something that annoyed me. And where do annoying things come from? Twitter. So if you don't know, the film Wicked has come out. You might have heard of it. It's based on the stage play of the same name in the Wizard of Oz universe. I saw the play actually on Broadway some years ago on a school trip. I haven't got around to seeing the film yet, but from everything I've heard, it's really, really good. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. What I'm here to talk about today is this. Show your Wicked Part 1 photos. And it's just a thread of people just posting pictures from the movie. And I don't know whether I'm an old man. I could just be miserable and cynical and horrible. But I thought it was generally agreed upon that being on your phone during the cinema is just something that you don't do. Especially when you're recording the screen. Look, I get people do it. It's always going to exist. But what's mad about this to me is that it's now being used and treated like it's a trend. Like it's some quirky, fun thing to do and not A, incredibly distracting for every other member of the cinema there, because your giant screen is in the way of their viewing experience, and big light is in the way of their viewing experience, and B, kind of disrespectful to the filmmakers who you're supposedly supporting by watching the film? What is this? It's someone screenshotting parts of the film and they go, oh my god, this is so cute. How is it cute? It's pictures, it's screenshots of a movie. What do you mean it's cute? It's not cute. This isn't cutesy, this isn't fun. It's just stupid. There's no way you can tell me you are enjoying a film in earnest if you're just recording it or taking pictures of it the whole time. You're not taking in a film, you're not experiencing a film or a piece of art, then you're just on your phone and using it and thinking about it and uploading it for some Twitter likes. That's what this is. And I'm going to call it what it is here. I just find the idea of turning bad cinema etiquette into a trend to be one of the worst things the internet has conceived in a while. Maybe that's over-exaggerating a bit. But certainly, one of the things that's got my blood boiling more than it should have. I chimed in saying, or you could watch the movie. And luckily, it was a pretty common sentiment on the rest of Twitter that this was dumb behaviour. But it gets worse than that. I can't find the original tweet now, but I promise you it exists. And people have been referring to it since. I assume it got deleted off of Twitter due to copyright reasons. But someone just posted the entire Defying Gravity sequence from the cinema onto Twitter. And they captioned it something like, oh, the Defying Gravity scene was so good, I just had to record all of it. No, you didn't. And also, if it was that good, you'd give it your full attention. You wouldn't just be going like this, watching the sequence, because you're not truly watching a film at that point. And specifically with the Defying Gravity stuff, that's the final sequence of this film, and arguably the most iconic sequence in Wicked as a thing. So uploading all of that for everyone to see before most of the world has gotten a chance to see the film is not only spoiling it for people who haven't seen it, because you know full well videos like that will do the rounds, and they did. I saw it even though I haven't seen the film yet. But it's also, once again, incredibly disrespectful to the artists who spend hours and hours and hours on these sequences, VFX artists, actors, directors, runners, choreographers, and you're just throwing that up there just because. Because what? Because you want to get a couple of Twitter likes? Maybe I'm coming across as too hostile in this video, and I genuinely don't get hostile in videos. But if you're one of these people who sits in films and just records them and takes pictures of them, I mean, it's one thing to do that. I think that's already quite a scummy thing to do. But I think it's even worse if you do that and then you tweet about it as though you're committing some sort of public act. You're not. You're just a dick who's ruining the experience for those around them, who's disrespecting the artists who spend hundreds of hours on these films, and also showing spoilers to unsuspecting social media users. I get talking about spoilers to an extent, but I think there's a difference between discussing spoilers whilst marking that you're talking about spoilers and just posting an entire clip from a film a day after it comes out. This is the thing. It's not even like this was something that happened long after the film had, reached its peak audience. This was the opening weekend. And also, I gotta give a shout out to the poor cinema employees who probably have to tell these people to stop because they get complaints. It just creates this whole thing just because you wanted a couple of likes on Twitter. It annoys me. If you do this, I have very little respect for you. Cinema to me is about living in the moment and experiencing a brand new piece of art for the first time. It's a dying art form as it is going to the cinema. I don't go nearly as often as I used to because, frankly, streaming is way more convenient, especially for someone who can't go out as often. Not to mention the increasing costs due to cinemas struggling to make money. But the joy of the cinema is being in the moment with those other people in the room with you. The joy isn't taking out your phone and going, oh, let me just quickly take a screenshot of that and tweet it out. There we go, carry on watching the film. Ooh, take a screenshot, tweet it out, carry on watching the film. Like, am I crazy? Am I insane? I think what's worse about this is that it's like stans doing it. Specifically, stans of like Ariana Grande. Now, I want to say, I have nothing against Ariana Grande. She seems unbelievably talented and lovely as a person. Nothing against Ariana whatsoever. What I dislike is like this stan culture where it's like groups of typical young people who just act like they're the most important people in the universe and like they could do whatever they want just because, I don't know, they like a certain piece of media or they like a certain celebrity and they act like they're God's gift to mankind for that reason. I don't understand it. I never will understand it. Your fandom is not so important that you get to just ruin everything for everyone else, okay? Just because you like Ariana a lot doesn't give you license to just screen record an entire film. It's not justification. Again, I want to reiterate, this is not the majority of people. Most people probably agree with my sentiments here that, like, you shouldn't do this. This is just basic etiquette 101. This is like the stuff you learn when you're literally like a toddler. You know, you don't get your phone out during the cinema. That's like rule number one of going to the cinema. It's that and don't buy the food because it'll be way too expensive. I hope that these people got told off for doing this because, like, they deserve it. People pay money to see a film. They didn't pay to see your iPhone in their face, alright? And what gets me too is that these people who claim to stand people like, for example, Ariana Grande, who plays Galinda, often will do things that are at the direct detriment to those people. Do you really think Ariana Grande wants you taking pictures throughout the film? No. She wants you to watch it and enjoy it, and she certainly doesn't want you re-uploading bits of the film people haven't seen. So it's like you support this person, you love this person, but you also have absolutely no regard or like sense of what they would want you to do or not want you to do. Like if you're gonna support a person to that level, why does it stop when it doesn't benefit you all of a sudden? I don't get it. I don't understand the mentality of this. But I think I've ranted on long enough. Thanks for watching. See you later.